All right, guys, it is 1 a.m. on the dot, day 26 in the trenches, and today has been a hectic day. I got my daily checklist done, not in the time frame I would have liked to get it done, and not to the quality I would have liked to get it done, hence why I'm recording this video at 1 a.m. in the morning. It's because it needs to be recorded, and it's part of my daily checklist, so I need to get it done. And I just kind of want to talk about this as a whole, right? I'm recording this video at 1 a.m. because it needs to be done. But why does it need to be done? It needs to be done because it's on my daily checklist. Why have I got a daily checklist? I've got a daily checklist so that I can maintain my mini universe that I've created. I've created a mini ecosystem built from my actions. Now, what does that look like? That looks like active projects. That looks like client relationships. So that means individual client dialogues. So me messaging different people about different things. That means new software that I need to learn how to use. That means new people hitting me up for, going back and forth in the emails. That means new problems that I need to solve. There's just a bunch of new stuff that needs to be solved. Everything's new. Everything is new. In the last 26 days, I built this little ecosystem. And the truth is that if I miss a day, if I don't do my daily checklist for a day, everything goes to shit. So on a day like today, where it's now 1 a.m. and I'm still completing my daily checklist, it is stressful. It is stressful, it is confusing, but I am also obligated to do it. And it is stressful because just a bunch of new stuff happened today that I wasn't anticipating for, and a bunch of new stuff that wasn't on the plan happened. So it's just pushed my day out by hours. Literal hours. So yeah, it's just... Anyway, I need to get this done so that my little mini universe doesn't explode on me. Because if it does, guys, it's not fucking good. It's not funny. It's not happy. It's not laughing. It's not smiles. It's not, oh, it'll be all good. It's not all good. It's not alright. It's not chill. It's fucking stressful. And it needs to be done. But I'm not complaining. Because I like this. I like it. Honestly, I like it. I like boiling and like reaching a stress level that where it's just like I'm just solving all these different problems, and then once I look at all the problems I've solved, I'm like, whoa, nice. And then I look at all the new problems I need to solve. But that initial climax of stress, it results in a massive amount of action, which is always satisfying to look at. So I had to cancel my entire Sunday. I had a bunch of plans for Sunday, being today, technically, but tomorrow. I had a bunch of plans, and I had to cancel them all because now I've got a fuck ton of new problems to solve that showed up today, and they're a result of the new things that happened today, so I need to get those problems solved. But guys, I just want to quickly touch on that when you're moving forwards, you're going to run into endless problems, and they're going to be new and confusing. I would almost argue that new and confusing are basically the same thing. New inherently means unfamiliar. And unfamiliar, it's another word for confusing. And the truth is, guys, is that most people are so scared of being confused. They stress out so much from just like some simple confusion, and they psych themselves out into thinking they can never solve the problem, and this confusion is perpetual, and they're stuck in this perpetual state of confusion that is usually on the same topic. They're confused about the same thing. Like, let's take money, for example. I want to make more money, but I don't know how. Look it up. Just look it up. Just look up how to make money. If you want to make money in e-commerce, how to make money in e-commerce, just look it up. If you want to make money, I don't know, crypto trading, look up how to make money from crypto trading. Just look it up. Start solving the fucking problem. I don't know how, bro. Listen. If I didn't know how, and I don't know how, guys, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm solving it as I'm going along. I'm fixing the problems as they show up. I'm making sure that when I get confused, I seek clarity instantly and urgently. I try and solve my problems and try and make sure whatever's confusing me in the shortest amount of time, I try and make sure I understand it. But let me go back to whoever, right? If I can solve the initial confusion, I just want you to know, I'm probably 2 steps ahead of you. Like, only 2 steps. Like, I'm not 1,000 steps ahead of you. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not making $10,000 a month yet. I'm not a big bowler. I'm not a big player yet. But I don't feel bad for you if you can't go through that first initial phase of confusion. Because, guys, it is guaranteed, if you want to learn something valuable that is new, you are going to be confused as fuck. It is just the game. 90% of the game is just being confused and fucking finding clarity as fast as possible. It's that simple. Yes, I'm confused. Yes, I don't know how to do this. How am I going to do this? How do I find out how to do this? Guys, listen. AI is so good. Get ChatGPT, whip it up, tell it your exact problem and the exact way, or tell it your exact problem and then the exact outcome you want, and it will tell you how to solve it. Listen, guys, I have replaced multi-man teams. I replaced some team of 7 people at my first client, who didn't actually pay me. My first client, I replaced a team of 7 people just because I knew how to use AI. I replaced 7 human beings. I replaced 7 jobs. Me, 17-year-old Kai, replaced 7 people's jobs because I knew how to use AI. And I literally just built a very, very streamlined AI system via a chat bot and via simple ChatGPT prompts. I'm telling you guys, if you're confused, AI is so unbelievably useful, and you're probably just a retard if you're still confused a day later. I'm telling you. When you get confused, when you are faced with new issues that you don't know how to solve, trust me, guys, just shut the fuck up and just start solving the problem. Just bite the bullet. Just look up how to solve it. It's a step, all right? You're probably not going to get an accurate answer first time, but that's okay. You're still doing something. Just take some action, all right? Don't just sit there like, oh my God, I got this problem. I don't know how to solve it. And then I also need to do this, and I don't know how to do that either. And that means that I'll have to learn this, and I don't know what platform to use. And even if I do learn it, if I do find a platform, I don't know how to use the platform. Like, guys, just shut the fuck up and just start solving the problem. Get a piece of paper, write it down if you need to. It's not difficult, all right? Stop being a little wuss. Stop being a baby. Stop being a little scaredy. All right? Don't be a little scaredy cat. Just acknowledge that you're confused and take some ownership, all right? Grab your fucking nuts and start solving the problem. Don't cry about it, because, listen, if you want to cry about it, just enjoy staying a fucking loser, because losers just suck and whinge and complain and make up other excuses that only other losers believe. Like, guys, if you make up excuses and people believe your excuses, just know whoever you're telling, they either know you're a loser or they're a loser themselves. Because, guys, when people give me excuses for why they can't solve a problem, or for why something isn't working, or for why they can't do something, I just look at them like an idiot. And I know that they just don't want the outcome that bad. Because honestly, guys, I've been faced with some serious fucking problems that I genuinely didn't know whether or not I'd be able to solve. But I just fucking went in anyway. And I just went, you know what, I'm going to try and solve this problem to the best of my ability. And most of the times, guys, it isn't as hard as you think it is. You can look at a problem like, oh my God, how am I going to do that? And you just break it down. You just look at, all right, so what am I actually trying to get at here? And then you just break it down from there. You just start solving the problems, all right? So I just want to reiterate. New inherently means unfamiliar. And unfamiliar means confusion. So don't be scared of confusion. Confusion is only as real as you let it. It only stays real if you let it. If you want the outcome, start solving the problem. And when you get confused, it's just a part of the game. Who cares? It's not something you should get stuck on. It's not something that should slow you down. Maybe a little bit, but that's just natural, all right? That's just natural. Yes, be confused. Find clarity as fast as you can, because that means money. Whoever can solve the most problems gets paid the most. That's the game. Who can solve the most problems quick enough? Who can solve the most problems quicker than the other guys? Because that's what you're competing against. You're competing against other people trying to solve the same problem better and faster. So if you can solve the same problem better and faster, you're going to win. Because that's just the game. Anyway, I'm rambling on and I'm repeating myself. Guys, don't be wusses. Don't be little sooks. When you get confused, that's just a part of the game and it's not a bad thing and you shouldn't stress out about it. Okay, maybe you should stress out about it, but not in a little sooky victim way. Not like, Don't stress out about it like that. Stress out about it like, Grab your fucking nuts and find some answers. Because they're out there. The answers are out there. Chances are, whatever problem you're facing isn't new. You're not special. If you're at the bottom, literally just about every single problem has been solved up until you get to like the very, 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 very high echelons. Most problems up until then are solved already. So it's just about finding the answers, guys. It's not difficult. Use AI. But you should know this anyway. And if you really want to solve the problem, you'd work it out. That's just another thing, guys. If someone gets stuck on the same problem for a long amount of time, they just don't want the outcome. Because the truth is, no matter how big the problem is, no matter how big and scary and confusing the issue is, if you want to solve it, and if you take endless action to solve that problem, you will solve it. Because the answer's out there. I hope that makes sense. I'll speak to you all tomorrow. It's 1:11 a.m. I'll speak to you all tomorrow.